Coach, how's the ice bath?
It was chilly. We're in the shade here, so yeah, a little chilly, but that's all right. That's the price of that opportunity, so we'll gladly take it.
Clinched the Mid-South Conference Championship outright. Don't have to worry about sharing it with anybody else. Just talk to us about the day in general.
Yeah, we're just really proud of our guys. I mean, it was a little bit of a slow start. I think, first of all, we had a really solid week of practice. There was no overlooking Campbellsville or anything like that. I think we respected our opponent. But I think maybe senior day, just that odd feel of doing those things, certainly, probably contributed to a little bit of a slow start. But our guys responded really well after that. I mean, there's plenty to correct. We'd like to do better, but our defense held an offense that's been scoring a lot of points. We held them to 7 points. Our offense was rather efficient, really, 270-some yards in the first half. Played great on special teams. Just really proud of our young men.
You talk about getting the offense going in the first half. We got to talk about what Darius Neal did here today. That only the 5th Tiger ever over 1,000 yards, and now has set the record, 17 rushing touchdowns for the season. Just talk about not only just his day, because he only played really the first half, but just the season he's had in general, especially behind that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, Darius is a special guy and has had an awesome season, and then, in this weird year where we only played 9 regular season games, for him to go over 1,000 yards and have 17 touchdowns is pretty amazing. But you're right, it's the offensive line, the tight ends, it's receiver blocking. So yeah, we've had a lot of interior runs, but there's also things that maybe don't always show up in the stats. That if you want to have a 1,000-yard rusher in 9 games, plus our other backs, and in addition to those guys, that takes everybody blocking and doing that. And our guys have bought into that process and just being physical and taking pride. And Darius might get those accolades, and he'll be first team all-conference running back and all that good stuff in all likelihood. But it's a team game, and our guys have bought into that.
And you mentioned on the defensive side of the ball, 3 first-half picks of Jagger Gillis. You convert on him immediately, two touchdown passes to Aaron Maggard. Take us through those sequences, not only getting the picks, but immediately turning those into points.
Well, the first thing is, they've got a really talented quarterback, and he's playing well, and we knew that he would take some chances with the ball. Now, you watch the video, a lot of those chances he's taken all season have turned out to be really big plays. I thought we did a better job as the game went on getting pressure and forcing him into some tough throws and really trying to really force it, to make something happen because the game separated. I thought our defense did a great job in that regard, and then you come back and you get a couple bang plays, and had some solid pass protection in those. Obviously Aaron Maggard's a great football player, but when he's running open, and it takes a guy to throw it, but it takes the guys to protect it. It takes the other routes around them. But again, it just felt like really good team football, team offensive football at that moment too.
You mentioned holding Campbellsville only to 7 points. The yardage was close, but again, weren't really threatening a whole lot. Were the Campbellsville Tigers. 6 turnovers your defense forces in total in this game. How much of a shot in the arm is that for your team as you now get ready for the playoffs?
Oh, it's huge. It allowed us to separate the game a little bit and really kind of get to a point where the last quarter you didn't feel like it was in jeopardy, and it allows us to sub some other guys, which pays dividends in multiple ways. Just those guys deserve reps, first of all. And then you have situations where you're trying to rest some other guys because you're going to continue to play, and then you get to reward some seniors who maybe haven't played as much. So just a lot of positives there. So when you get those turnovers, it can come back and score quickly and get that separation. It just allowed us to have a lot of fun on the sideline in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. Senior day, as you talked about, a lot of guys playing here in the regular season now for the final time. You've had a chance to coach them out for a couple of years. Just your overall thoughts on this senior class as they wind down the regular season for the final time.
I mean, what a special group of young men. And, I told them last night how much I appreciated them. They have come in and they have adopted us as coaching staff, and they have been great with regards to what we're trying to do with the program. And we're trying to continue to honor the past, but we're trying to also put our own spin on it. And our guys have really bought into that, and it was great to be able to honor Coach Cronin, I thought, today, and have him here for senior day, because those guys, Coach Cronin is a special guy. They're all those guys too. So I just thought a big, win-win, feel-good type of day. Really proud of our seniors.
You mentioned this community adopting you and your family. You've talked about that really all season long. Year 2 for you here, and you have a conference championship, an outright conference championship. How was that for you emotionally? And then secondly, How do you now transition that into the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a pretty, overall emotional, exciting type of thing. And, when I spoke with those seniors last night one-on-one after our team meeting, or one on 30, it was an emotional type of thing for me. Just the appreciative nature of what they've done for us and our family. So we're excited, but you don't win championships without great players, and we've got great players. So head coaches get a lot of credit, too much credit a lot of times. It takes players to go out and do that, and to think where we've come in the Mid-South Conference, coming off a tough loss in week 3, out of conference in a game that felt like we let one get away, and to come back and run the table through one of the top 2 or 3 conferences in the country, maybe number 1, but definitely one of the top 2 or 3 conferences in the country, is really exciting. So that's a great thing for our guys. We're proud of them, proud to bring Georgetown our first conference championship since 2016, but we're not done playing. We're going to have a big game here in 2 weeks, and we'll do our darndest to go 1-0.